Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about how you have to make the change. If you ever feel like you're stuck in bad habits or you wish you could be a better version of yourself, then this video is for you. Because the thing is, and this is something that I wish I could have known a little while ago, but the thing is, your problems won't change if you don't. So here's the hardest pill to swallow. Nothing in your life gets better just because you want it to. Wishing, complaining, hoping, it doesn't fix things. For a while, that was me. I had the same complaints, the same stress, and the same regrets, and that's because I never changed. I never took that first uncomfortable step. It's easy to blame other people. It's easy to say the world is against you, and even if there are some things in your life that aren't ideal, that doesn't mean you can't try to fight against them. Even if the situation you're in really isn't your fault, that doesn't mean you can't or shouldn't do something to try to fix it. At some point, you've got to look in the mirror and ask, what am I doing to make this better? Not what do I want to happen, but what am I actually doing? One of the toughest lessons I had to learn is that nobody's coming to save you. You can have support, like you can have people in your life helping you, but they can't do the work for you. If you don't like where your life is going, you have to take control. I'm talking about like school, your future, your mindset, your habits. No one's going to show up one day and magically give you discipline or confidence. That comes from you, and yeah, it's gonna suck sometimes. But that's where real growth happens. It's in those early mornings you don't want to get up. It's in like studying when you could be scrolling. It's in keeping your promises to yourself even when no one's watching. Because it doesn't matter if they see it or not, you just have to focus on yourself. If you wait for the perfect moment to change, you'll be waiting forever. Let's talk about cycles. We all have them. Waking up too late, procrastinating, eating bad foods, gaming for 10 hours when you said you'd only do 2, doom scrolling until 3 a.m., promising to start tomorrow. Does that sound familiar? The problem is your brain gets comfortable in that routine. Even if it sucks, even if it makes you feel like garbage, it's familiar. And the familiar feels safe even when it's not good for you. That's why change feels so hard. You're literally rewiring your brain. But it can be done. You've got to start small, with small wins and small promises. If you can't overhaul your whole life in a day, then that's fine. And you shouldn't try to do that, or else you'll probably just get burnt out and want to quit and go back to your old habits all over again. Just start with small things and gradually work your way up. Just take it one thing at a time, and eventually your life will be a lot different for the better. It's gonna suck at first, but that's how you break this cycle. Taking one thing at a time. And it's not going to happen overnight, but eventually you'll get there if you stay consistent. Another thing is that you want to have a better version of yourself, right? We all imagine the best version of ourselves that has none of the problems that we have. But the thing is, you don't get to skip the middle part. The part where you show up every day and do the boring, hard stuff. You don't become that person by thinking about them. You become them by acting like them, even when it feels fake at first. So that means like going to the gym when you don't feel like it. That means starting the homework even when it's annoying. That means putting the controller down for one night to get some actual rest. If you want that version of yourself, you have to earn it. There's no shortcut, no cheat code, no glitch. You have to grind just like in the game. And really, that version of yourself isn't that much different from you. That version of yourself is just consistent. And that version of yourself does the hard things even when they don't feel like it. Another thing is excuses. Let's be real, excuses always sound good. I'm tired, I don't have time, it's not the right moment, I'll start when things calm down. They sound good and they sound real, but they're just lies we tell ourselves to stay in the same place and to avoid that discomfort of changing. If you're always waiting for motivation to magically appear, you'll stay stuck forever. Motivation isn't a reliable way to, fuel yourself to keep working. It shows up randomly, you can't trust it. But discipline is real. That's what you build when you show up even without motivation. And the thing is, it doesn't have to be super difficult. Yeah, it's not going to be fun in the beginning, but Once you get used to it, it becomes a habit, and suddenly it's not so hard anymore. You don't need more inspiration, you need more action. Another thing is that when you start changing, you might feel like a weirdo for doing things that you otherwise wouldn't. It might feel weird waking up early when everyone else is sleeping in. You'll feel awkward for saying no to things you used to always say yes to. But that's part of it. Growth isn't comfortable. If you want to level up, you have to leave behind what's keeping you back. Sometimes that's people, sometimes it's habits, sometimes it's a mindset. You can't bring your old self into your new life. Something has to go. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. It's too late for me. I've been like this for too long. And that's a lie. It doesn't matter how old you are or how bad your habits are or anything like that. You can start right now, today. The best time to make a change was yesterday, but the second best time is right now. It doesn't matter if you failed before, and it doesn't matter how far off track you've gotten. What matters is what you do next. So take small steps, make one decision at a time, and stack enough of those, and one day you'll wake up and realize that you're not the same person you used to be, and you'll be proud of that. Let's talk about why people really don't change. It's not because they're lazy, it's not because they're weak, it's because they're scared. You might be scared of failing again, or scared of looking dumb, or scared of losing the people you're comfortable with, or scared of having to confront who you've become. But the truth is, fear isn't a sign to stop. It's a signal that growth is around the corner. You know, if you're scared to change, that probably means it's exactly what you need to do. Let me keep it real. Comfort is one of the most dangerous things in the world. Comfort keeps you average. It can kill your dreams. Comfort is what's telling you it's fine, and you should start tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes, and the truth is, growth doesn't happen in comfort zones. It happens when you feel awkward, when you're sore, when your brain is telling you, I don't want to do this, and you do it anyway. That's the price of progress, and yeah, it's hard, but it's a lot better than waking up 5 years from now and realizing you wasted your shot. One of the most dangerous words you can tell yourself is someday. You know, like someday I'll fix my sleep, someday I'll start taking care of my body, someday I'll really try in school, someday I'll chase that goal. But let me ask you, how many times have you told yourself someday and nothing changed? The people who actually change their lives don't wait for someday, they start today. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to start. Let's zoom out for a second. Imagine if you started changing today. Not perfectly, but intentionally. What would happen if you gave it 6 months? What would your life look like if you actually committed? You know, if you stopped hitting snooze every morning, if you ate like you cared about your body, if you stopped scrolling for hours at night, if you focused during class or work, if you cut off the people holding you back, if you took your goals seriously even if you didn't feel ready, you wouldn't even recognize yourself. But that version of you is waiting, and that can be you. So let me leave you with this. If your problems haven't changed, maybe it's time you do. Not in a way that makes you someone else, not in a way that erases who you are, but in a way that honors who you're meant to be. You have more potential than you think, but potential means nothing if it's never used. So this is your wake-up call. This is your sign to stop wishing and start doing. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to be brave enough to start. So make the change. Your future self is counting on you. That's about it for this video. If you got something out of this video, a like or subscribe would be appreciated. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.